Ultima Lucha.
Predictions.
It's happening starting next week on Wednesday, ending next week on Wednesday.
Yeah, we just found out that it's going to be a 2-night thing. This is we got some pretty big matches set up so far.
Yeah.
And
I'm predicting 4 per episode.
Sounds about right, considering I'm pretty sure there are 8 matches, which is big for Lucha Underground because they usually do 2 or 3 matches. Sometimes they squeeze 4 in. I'm wondering if it's still going to be hour long or if they're going to be both 2 hour long.
They might be both 2 hour longs. That would be neat.
I would definitely enjoy that. So yeah, this is the first time. This is the season finale of Lucha Underground.
Season 1.
And
1 year down the bucket.
Yeah. I just listened to Johnny Mundo on Stone Cold's podcast. It sounds like season 2 is looking for a go. They're just kind of like finalizing stuff. Hernandez is kind of fucking things up, so that might be
more so for TNA than anybody else.
Yeah, it causes legal issues for Lucha Underground too. So I'm sure it doesn't make business easy for anyone. But yeah,
Hernandez, you fuck.
Yeah,
read your contract.
Yeah, we're hoping for a season 2, but let's talk about what's going to happen. The end of season 1, Lucha Underground. We're going to start off a Falls Count Anywhere match. There's going to be weapons strewn all around the ring. This is going to be the Mac versus the Machine, the man they call Cage.
Yeah.
Who do you think's taking this one, Hawk?
I'm going with Cage.
Really?
Yeah, I love Willie Mack. I'm super excited about what these guys are going to do. Definitely hoping they're going to get some redemption for the botched sunset flip spot.
Yeah, in their 15-second match.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going with Cage. I just think he's got the killer instinct on his side.
Well, we're going to start this off on opposite sides because I'm actually going for the Mac.
Yeah.
I think, Cage has had a pretty good run. He's been in Lucha Underground since pretty much the beginning. He started a couple months in, I think. And
I think it was only like episode 4.
Was it really?
Something like that. I don't know.
He's been in it a while, and he's had quite a few different storylines. I feel like this is going to be the first big substantial thing that the Mac does, other than being in the Trios tournament. Since the Trios tournament, he hasn't really done anything other than get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is going to kind of be a redeeming thing for him, and we're going to see him possibly be a big player in season 2. So
that's possible. Yeah. What about a grudge match of sorts going on? We've had a couple weeks now of Hernandez making fun of Drago and interfering in his matches, and even saying "ew, he's gross."
Did he say that?
Pretty sure he said that during one of Drago's entrances.
Oh.
But yeah, this time though, there's one thing that sets this match apart from anything else they've been involved in.
Yes.
And it's the front row of the audience, all being armed with leather straps.
This is terrifying.
The Believers Backlash match.
Yeah.
Cherry, don't watch this match.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to go with Drago. I think, Drago has been, the back and forth guy for the last couple of weeks. He got kicked out of Lucha Underground, then made his way back, was able to fight his way into a match at Ultima Lucha, and I feel like this is going to be a big win for him. And based on what's happening with Hernandez, I don't see him coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Drago on this one, just because he is one of the most popular people in Lucha Underground.
Definitely. When he debuted, him and Phoenix both made just instant connections with the crowd, just because they're super exciting to watch. And Drago has been in AAA for a while, so he's got a huge fan base on his side, and he delivers every week. I love watching Drago.
And Hernandez doesn't have a mask, so he's not as cool.
I think Hernandez would look goofy as fuck in a mask.
I think he looks goofy as fuck without a mask.
This is true.
He looks like Mexican Vin Diesel.
Yes.
Buff, but not all there in the head.
All right, let's
That's
go.
also how I feel about a lot of people, like Batista.
Let's go to one of our big matches that's happening. We just got revealed the Gift of the Gods title. All the Aztec medallions coming together to make this title where you can cash it in for a Lucha Underground Championship match anytime you want. You have to give to Dario, set up the match. You got a week to prepare for the match, but you have to defend the title when you're not cashing it in. So you're constantly wanting to defend this title, but you also have to look forward to another match. We have seven wrestlers looking to take this. We have Phoenix, Sexy Star, Jack Evans, Big Rig, Bengala, Aerostar, and King Cuerno. Who do you think's taking it, Hoff?
Ooh, this is a tough one, but there's been a pretty consistent top circle in Lucha Underground since the beginning, and I'm going to say it's going to stay in that area, so I'm going to say Phoenix is taking it.
All right. You think he's... they did make the big deal about him. You know, he had to give up his medallion because of his loss to Mil Muertes, then made his return this past week on Lucha Underground to reclaim his medallion and officially put himself in the match.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to agree. I think Phoenix is, you know, he really paid... If there was any need to pay dues in the first season of Lucha Underground, Phoenix did that.
Yeah.
He was in some of the most violent matches, you know, both with Mil Muertes, just straight up brutality. He had awesome matches with Johnny Mundo. He's had matches with Drago and Aerostar, and just he has consistently been one of the top guys in Lucha Underground. I definitely see him taking this one as well.
Yeah. If I had to pick a second place, though, I'm going with Cuerno.
If I had to pick a second place, I'd probably go with Sexy Star. I think it'd be cool to have Sexy Star win it.
Alright, then we got a match that was really sprung up on us in a really fast manner between Tejano and Blue Demon Jr.
Yeah, this all, you know,
because this really started out as
this all revolves around Chavo. Chavo is the reason for this match.
I feel like it would be Chavo versus Tejano, but like Chavo's injured.
Yes.
So
you know what?
they had to find a replacement for it.
It probably would have been. Yeah, this is, you know, if you've watched Lucha Underground since the beginning, you know, Blue Demon comes in, he gets attacked by Chavo. Mexico wants to go after Chavo because he also attacked Masquerita Sagrada. There's a big thing there. Chavo makes his return. He ends up getting screwed out of the Lucha Underground Championship by Tejano because Tejano is helping to back up Puma because Chavo's got the crew. And then at the end of, I believe it was a couple weeks ago, at the end of Lucha Underground, Blue Demon actually comes in, he's laughing at Chavo, and Chavo kind of plays into his pride, saying, "Oh, you couldn't come out and, you know, get revenge for yourself. You had to let Tejano do it. Apparently Tejano is more Mexico than you are."
Which is not true because he's from Mexicali, California,
Texas.
And Texas. And he's a Texan.
And Blue Demon took a lot of pride in that and said no, and went out and he beat the fuck out of Tejano. So now we have Tejano taking on Blue Demon at Ultima Lucha. And
it's gonna be like, I think, possibly the hardest hitting match.
Oh yeah.
As far as your kicks and clotheslines and punches are concerned.
If you could guess, how long do you think Blue Demon's been wrestling?
Long time.
Good guess.
Probably as long, if not longer, than Chavo.
That's quite a while. Chavo's been going since what, mid-90s?
Early 90s.
Wow.
I mean, he was around a lot longer before coming to WCW.
That's true.
So
he grew up in a wrestling family. He's been wrestling since he was like 5 years old.
Same thing with Blue Demon Jr.
Yeah.
That's why he's junior.
Yeah. Who do you think's taking it?
I'm going Blue Demon.
Really?
On this one. I don't know what it is, but there is I get the sense of Ultima Lucha is going to be very heel heavy on the victories.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's sort of one of the reasons why I went with Cage. And same reason why I'm going with Blue Demon Jr.
Alright.
You can't have it be happily ever after for every feud that they're having on Lucha Underground right now.
That's fair. And it'd be good to see Blue Demon actually get a win. I think he's had
one match, pretty sure.
No, he's had a couple of them. Because he had the one on one of the very first episode. Then he had the impromptu face the crew or Chavo or whatever. And I think there might have been one other one in there somewhere. I still think Tejano's going to take it though. I think Tejano is going to be another one of those guys that kind of takes a forefront in possibly season 2. And being the young guy, this is kind of like the battle for who is Mexico, who really embodies the Mexican spirit. I think Tejano's going to take it.
Unless Blue Demon comes out with a poncho and a sombrero and some maracas.
And there you go, getting racist with it.
And El Mariachi Loco as his corner man.
Let's transition into another match where we've got somebody coming out of retirement to face a loudmouth guy who's just been on a run of terror in Lucha Underground.
So somebody's going to fight Dario?
Yes. He's going to fight God.
Whoa! Retired since his tag team match with Shawn against the McMahons.
No! We got Vampiro making his return to the ring to take on Pentagon Jr. Another Junior.
Yeah.
Pentagon Jr. been breaking arms, breaking shoulders all throughout Lucha Underground. Was about to do it to Sexy Star, and Vampiro said no! Not like that, because he's not really Mexican, he's Canadian. But yeah, Pentagon Jr. was able to drag Vampiro out of retirement, and Vampiro's going to do this. I know you're excited to see Vampiro back in the ring.
I am.
I'm excited to see what he's capable of nowadays. I never really got to see him in his WCW run.
Yeah, you missed out on Vampiro in his heyday.
I saw the couple matches that he had in WSX. That was about it.
The thing is, Vampiro has been on an extremely limited schedule over the last decade.
Yeah.
And I'm talking even over the past years, the past 5 years, less than a dozen matches.
Right.
Probably over the past 5 years, maybe a little bit more. So, I'm interested to see in what kind of shape is Vampiro in.
Yeah.
Is he going to have the signs of ring rust? Is he going to blow up in the first 3 minutes of the match?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Pentagon Jr. He can go.
Yeah.
There's no issues as far as Pentagon Jr. in the match. It's how fast, how hard, and how easy is it going to be for Vampiro to adjust back into the wrestling world, especially Lucha Libre.
Yeah, well, the one thing with this is I think Vampiro comes in already with a big advantage because he's really big.
Yes,
he is
significantly bigger than Pentagon Jr.
You don't see it much in Lucha Underground because he's sitting behind a table most of the time.
Yeah, so he looks like he's about the same size as Matt Striker.
Vampiro is bigger than most of the guys on the Lucha Underground roster.
He's a very big dude.
So he's already got a big size advantage over Pentagon Jr. anyways.
He's about the size of Tejano, right?
Well, yeah, which it plays into his game because he likes to do the big boot, he likes to do the choke slam, all things that favor you if you're a bigger guy doing into a smaller opponent.
Absolutely. God, as far as who's gonna take this, this is gonna be Pentagon Jr. because we're gonna see the debut of his master.
I don't disagree with seeing the debut of his master.
But you think Vampiro's gonna take it?
But I have to vote for Vampiro. I'm sorry.
I would love to.
I have to vote for Vampiro. I can't go any other way.
Just out of necessity, or just nostalgia, or
nostalgia plus the idea is I'm thinking, we might get a break from Pentagon Jr. after this. Because I'm saying we get maybe the idea that, you know, he doesn't get the job done against Vampiro, so the Master kind of would kick him to the curb. But we get a new character on Lucha Underground taking Pentagon's place. You know, that.
Do you think the Master's going to wrestle?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's probably a wrestler.
I feel like the Master's going to be more of a manager character, like Katrina.
It's possible. I in my head, I want it to be a wrestler.
I'd totally be okay with that. I just my gut's telling me it's going to be more of a manager type character. But hey, I mean, Lucha Underground surprised us quite a few times. I mean, we never really know what to expect each week on Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm cool with whatever ends up happening. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun match to watch.
Vampiro.
All right. So
how about another grudge match?
Ooh.
Now this one's been building for a long time. This match might be the slowest burn on the way to Lucha, or Ultima Lucha. You know? Because it started basically since the inception of Alberto El Patron into Ultima Lucha.
Yep.
Because basically almost right off the bat, you know, he started kind of poking at Johnny Mundo.
Yeah, Johnny was in the midst of his teaming with Puma. And then going for the title.
Patron was just kind of like, hey, you're never the guy. And then Mundo's like, and I'm like, hey, I'm just kidding. And then Mundo finally really took it to heart and smashed his head through a window.
Marty Jannetty did his ass.
And we now have the match, Alberto El Patron versus Johnny Mundo at Ultima Lucha.
Yeah. And, you know, they never got a chance to go against each other in WWE.
No.
So I'm really excited to see this because now, you know, both of them get to go at their full potential as opposed to what they could do in WWE. You know, everyone's kind of handicapped at a certain point in WWE.
Yeah, which is a shame because if we're looking at it nowadays, that seems to be a thing that's less and less nowadays.
Yeah.
With the inceptions of guys like Cesaro, Kevin Owens, you know, all these matches they've been having recently, the Divas Revolution.
Yeah.
Like, the whole handicapper general thing seems to be kind of starting to go by the wayside in terms of how often it's used, which is a shame because there were so many guys, you know, thinking like, okay, Rey Mysterio when he was in WWE, Paul London, Jimmy Wang Yang,
the
Mexicools, more recently guys like Johnny Mundo, Alberto El Patron, you know. These are all guys that, you know, potentially would have done way more had it been, you know, WWE's prerogative to just let them do what they do.
Yes. Which is going to make this all the more exciting because you have such a great build for the feud, and you kind of have the opposite of what you expect in this feud. You have Johnny Mundo playing heel, and you have El Patron playing babyface.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really interesting clash. It's going to be cool to see these guys really, you know, give it their all, go against each other. You got to go for. I don't know. Who do you think's taking it? This is a hard one to choose.
I'm picking this sheerly off of star power alone. Patron is going to take it.
Really?
Patron is like, he's like the John Cena of AAA right now.
That's right.
He's like one of AAA's mega stars.
Yeah.
You know, because he is like, you know, the guy who came from being the top guy in WWE at one point. Mm-hmm. You know, he was the head champion of the biggest promotion in one country.
Yeah.
And now he's in the biggest promotion of his home country, and he's still like the top guy.
True.
You know, so I think Patron's gonna take it because he's just got the megastar status that I think, you know, like sort of what they get at every time Johnny Mundo's in a match like this. You know, he's just shy of being that guy.
All right. Man. It's so hard. Like, in my mind, I keep thinking Mundo, but
your body is telling you El Patron.
But my body is telling me Patron. No, you bring up a good point with the fact that he is as popular as he is. It would be more beneficial to have Patron go over. It would be a better story to have Patron go over. The only thing is, how long is Patron going to be in Lucha Underground? I know that Johnny Mundo is planning on staying around for as long as Lucha Underground is a thing. He's got sights set on wrestling for at least another 5 years.
Yeah.
He's got the drive. He's got the want to do that.
Well, I feel Patron's the same way.
Yeah.
Just because there's such a close relationship working between AAA and Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
To the point where Patron brought the AAA Mega Championship onto Lucha Underground and defended it.
Yeah, he brought his feud with Tejano over to Lucha Underground.
So, at this point, I feel like guys who are from AAA, Pentagon, Phoenix, Drago, Patron, Tejano, these guys are going to be on Lucha Underground for the duration of Lucha Underground, or for at least the duration of their tenure with AAA.
That's fair. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna take Patron also. Like it's got a feel good end to it. Plus, there's so much more that Johnny Mundo can do as far as heel. He can set his direction somewhere different. And with the idea of Patron winning this, we could maybe see him play babyface and go for a future championship run. Hint, hint as to who I'm picking in one of our next matches. But first, we're going to talk about our other championship match. We have the Trios Championship on the line. Team Dysfunction, Son of Havoc, Eva Lise, and Angelico defend against the Disciples. Eva Leaf. They defend the Trios Championship against the Disciples of Death. I don't remember all their names. One is Sinestro de la Muerta. One is... I don't know the other two. They're the Disciples of Death. They're the skull-wearing masked men that follow Mil Muertes and Katrina around.
Yeah, I'm saying the Disciples of Death are taking this one.
Me too. I feel, even though they weren't much of a fight for
one guy,
Prince Puma on Lucha Underground this week, yeah, I definitely see the Disciples taking it from Team Dysfunction. We're going to kind of split those guys up. And we'll probably get more of a consistent title defense of the Trios Championship, because we've really only seen 2 title defenses since they won.
Yeah. And
there's been a lot more light shown on some of these other grudge matches that they've been building up, and more on the actual championship. The Trios Championship had kind of been sidelined. Granted, Eva Lise was hurt for a lot of the time.
Yeah. My pick on this specifically hinges on the fact that this championship and the Lucha Underground Championship have not changed hands since either's inception.
That's true.
And it's like, it's okay. You see a lot of people with long title runs. But I think in order to keep things livened up in Lucha Underground, now would be the time to change hands for the belts. If any time, the season finale.
Yeah. Trying to make the biggest impact going forward into season 2. Yeah. I think with the fact that you have like the medallions thing going on now, it'd be cool to see Son of Havoc and Angelico get involved in that. It'd be cool to actually have more girls. Eva Lise, have Sexy Star, and maybe I hope they bring in more female talent. Because it'd be really cool to maybe even get a Lucha Underground Women's Championship going, or bring over a AAA women. Do they have Women's Championship in AAA? Yeah, bring something like that over. Let's start seeing the girls get some more girl on girl action in Lucha Underground.
Hey,
Sexy Star on Eva Lise.
I just saw a picture of Sexy Star tweeted by Lance Storm the other day.
Which one?
She was naked.
In the wrestling ring?
Yeah.
ESPN's Body Issue.
Yeah.
It's the background on my PlayStation right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's move move on to our main event.
The main event
of Ultima Lucha. You can bet your ass this will be on the very end of night 2.
Championship match.
Prince Puma defends the Lucha Underground Championship against
Mil Muertes,
the man of 1,000 deaths, Mil Muertes. I think we're both going the same direction here. Prince Puma, you've done some good things. You've held the title for a while, but I think death will reign at Ultima Lucha.
Mil Muertes. So kick him in the ding ding.
Ding dings on Lucha Underground. This is going to be...
with masks on.
I'm definitely interested to see how this one's going to go. Because we have, Prince Puma is a guy who does not stop. We've seen, the all night long match he had with Johnny Mundo. He's had some knockout, drag down battles with people. And Mil Muertes is just so dominant.
Yeah.
That it's going to be an interesting clash to see how these two work with each other and what's really going to go into this title match.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I do feel like we're going to get a lot more of what we've seen with the last 2 Mil Muertes matches.
You think he's going to run it for most?
Pretty dominant.
All right. We'll get that feel good, like, hey, Prince Puma can possibly do it, but Mil Muertes is eventually going to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muertes is taking the title.
Yeah. I think it's...
It all fits into my, like, I still have, it's just that aura I feel of it being a heel heavy.
Yeah.
Like, my picks right now are like, I think half and half now. But I wanted to say 5-3.
Let's see, you got...
Because I got Cage, I got
Lehman
Jr.
Okay, yeah, you got 2, 3...
Am I 4-4?
3, 4. Yeah.
So I'm 4-4.
Yeah, this gives you 4. Yeah.
But the titles, both my titles are going to the heels.
So your third title's going to be face. Give some guts.
Oh, well. The established titles.
2
Faces are dropping their titles to heels.
66% of the championship matches are going to heels.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they do here. They're trying to, to really, if they haven't made waves in wrestling yet, these 2 nights are really going to establish that Lucha Underground is different, it's new, it's exciting. Please give us season 2 because Lucha Ground is fucking awesome. Lucha Ground is under the Lucha Ground. The Lucha Underground is awesome.
Maybe season 2 will be Lucha Overground. And then come outside.
Lucha Underground season 2, above ground.
Any other predictions for what, just like random things that might happen?
I'm guessing other than, we talked about Pentagon Jr.'s Master making his debut. I could see us probably having a couple other debuts. Maybe we finally get the Conan turn we've been suspecting for a while.
I haven't been suspecting it.
Lies.
No, I think Conan's sheer babyface in Lucha Underground.
You think so?
That's the thing. Lucha Underground's where he's turning his life around. He's doing the career hokey pokey.
That's what it's all about.
My prediction is we're gonna finally see who's in the cage.
Oh! Hell yeah!
I think he might take Ultima Lucha as the chance to maybe humiliate whatever her name is. Ninja Girl.
Black Lotus.
Yeah, that one.
They have to
I
do
just
something.
wanted to say Eva Huang.
They have to do something with her because the whole idea of Chavo getting that title match against Puma a couple weeks ago was because he brought Black Lotus to Cueto, and now she is locked on the other side of the room with the guy in the cage and
killed her family.
Yeah, and that storyline has to go somewhere.
Or they wasted a lot of time for nothing.
Yeah, for absolutely nothing.
They Hernandez to that shit.
Definitely. Something's definitely gonna happen there. God, yeah, I don't know. There's so many things can happen, especially with the fact that this is gonna be a 2-night event. this coming Wednesday and then the following Wednesday are going to be the last 2 episodes of this season of Lucha Underground. It's going to be big. I'm excited to see what happens.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be gigantic.
It's going to be enormous.
El Gigante.
El Gigante.
That one. I don't speak Spanish very well. Who do you guys think is going to win at Ultima Lucha?
Put down in the comments. Argue with us.
Yeah. Follow all the links. I've been posting some.
Or just bow to us if you agree.
We can't see them bow though.
They don't know that. Now they do. God damn it, you ruined it.
Follow us on all those links. I've been posting some Lucha Underground stuff on the Facebook page.
What are the odds we're going to tie?
That's a good question. Start telling them some other stuff. I'll tally up the points.
We got links down at the bottom you can click on. They're awesome. Their Facebook link. There's a Reddit link, Tumblr link, Instagram link, Twitter link. All of us have tweeters that we tweet from occasionally. I probably tweet not that much. He tweets the most. I bet Thomas is somewhere in the middle. And then emails. Email us at fanstalkwrestling@gmail.com. And email me, Kevin_Hawk636 @hotmail.com.
We only agreed on 5 out of the 8 matches.
Alright.
So one of us is definitely...
One of us has to win.
One of us has to win. Yeah, I mean the only one that's... Yeah.
There's an odd number of disagreements, so there has to be a winner.
Yeah. And we both voted for the same person to win in Gift of the Gods, so... maybe we should pick up... Just for the hell of it, we should take our backup picks for backup points.
Sure.
So, still going Cuerno?
Cuerno is my backup pick.
I'm going Sexy Star, so...
Alright, I'm going to put a wager on this one.
What?
I'm going to put a wager on this event, because we usually don't wager on events ever.
Okay.
But I'm saying that whomever comes out with the most points at the end of Ultima Lucha Week 2 gets to chop the loser 3 times.
Ooh. Alright.
3 times, however you want. And it will be recorded and put on a video.
After our review.
For our viewers.
After our review of Ultima Lucha Night 2.
Yeah.
Deal. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to go through the playlist. Check out all the other videos we posted throughout the week. Be sure to look forward to this week's episode where we will be reviewing the first night of Ultima Lucha. And then next week, we'll find out which one of us is getting chopped. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.